don't know if my volume should be on or not. I'm going to put it on low just in case. I don't want an echo. I think we're live,
I think
Liz.
we're good.
It says 10 seconds.
All righty.
Well, welcome back to the Y.E.S Functional Longevity Podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. My hesitation is we're working on some new software today, and you know technology and I typically do not get along. So I'm not really quite sure when we went live. I think we're live right now. At least a little thing up at the top ticker there says we're live, so we're going to make like we're live. So today I have a special guest. Liz Cornish is with us today. Liz has been a member at Y.E.S Fitness for about 3 or 4 months now, and she'd like to share her experience. So thanks for coming on board today, Liz.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
You're welcome. And we're going to talk about Liz's business because I think it is something that you'll be very interested in because our generation are taking care of our parents.
Absolutely.
And she does something that might be helpful to you. So before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping. We have Easter coming up, I believe, a week from Sunday. For those people who come to the facility, we are open on Good Friday, and we will be open Saturday as well. Easter does not affect our schedule at all. So just to let you know that. So let's just get right into this. So Liz came on board with us a little while ago. And what I want to know from you, Liz, is, you know, where were you at in life that before you came to Y.E.S Fitness?
So interesting. I'm a physical therapist by profession, and we have in my home, we have a full gym in our basement. Anything you could ever want. And I would sporadically use it. I'd say, I got to do this. I get up and the alarm would go off and I'd roll over. And then I'd say, I want to get up and do this, or I'll do it later at night. And then something just always took over. And I just never did anything.
Right. I don't think you're unusual. That happens a lot. So let me tell you a little bit about Liz, who she is. I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can actually read this. Okay. So Liz is a physical therapist, like she said, with more than 30 years experience working in the senior living communities. So she specializes in seniors. This has provided Liz with the opportunity to work in the majority of senior living communities throughout Connecticut, giving her unique insight and extensive knowledge of each of the senior living communities. Liz continues to work as a home care physical therapist in the Farmington Valley area. So, New Seasons in Life. That's the name.
That's the name.
New Season in Life. Okay. Senior Living Care Consultant specializes in providing information and guidance to seniors and their families through the maze of assisted living and memory care communities. She meets personally with each senior/family to find their unique needs, which is what we do. Got to find their needs. You got to know what people do, right? So provide 2 to 3 assisted living/memory care communities that match their needs and assist them to set up tours and assist throughout the transition. And our services are at no cost to the client. So that's really important. So we're going to get into that a little bit more, but I just wanted to let you know that, Liz has a tremendous background in physical therapy. And for us at Y.E.S Fitness to have a physical therapist work out here with us, I think just validates what we do down here. So what made you decide to come on board with us? So you're dealing with this, just not getting it done. Right. And you need to get it done. Because you know what it needs for your health, right?
Absolutely.
So what triggered you? What made you decide to check us out and come on board?
I've looked several times, kind of pressed the dial button and then stopped. And we have a huge trip coming up this summer. We're going to be hiking down the Grand Canyon and back up. And I just can't be the anchor. I need to be able to do that with my husband and my son.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, I'm just going to swallow my pride and give a call.
Yeah.
And I did. And I'm so glad I did.
Thank you. Your son and your husband both work out. Your son is, how old is he?
He's 23.
He's 23. I know he's a big runner.
Yep.
I know your husband's a runner and a lifter. Yeah, the last thing you want to be doing is huff and puff, and you will not enjoy that trip at all. You don't enjoy the trip at all. Have you done any hiking since you've been here? It's kind of the winter, so maybe not. To test out where you're at, or do you think? I mean, obviously, you think you're making gains, or you wouldn't be coming back. Have you done anything to be able to figure that out?
Absolutely. So where we live, we have a mile-long hill, and it's a 3-mile loop, but the first mile is completely uphill.
Wow.
And so my husband and I would walk that. Just yesterday,
Yeah.
Yesterday afternoon, we said, let's go for a walk. And we went out and I said, I'm feeling good. Let's see how we can run it.
Right.
And so I ran the
You
entire
did?
3 miles, the whole mile hill. I went all the way up it, didn't stop, and then continued the 3 miles. And my husband kept saying, you okay? You gonna go? We can walk. And I said, no, I'm good. I'm good. And it's been, I can't tell you how many years since I've done that.
Congratulations. That is awesome. So that is it. We haven't, you're in our group program. We haven't done anything specific to help you to be able to do that. So this brings me back to other stories where a few years ago, we started sponsoring the land trust, their race in town in October around Halloween. So we would have clients who have never run before and only do our program, just go out, and we're amazed that they were able to run, the 5K.
Absolutely.
Just went out and did that without having to go out and pound the pavement and be running anything like that. Actually, we tried to have like a little running group on Saturday mornings, and no one would show up. No one would show up. Like you work out as much as you can work out. I get to the gym 2-3 times a week. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing any more than that. So that's fantastic. You're able to do that.
Yeah. I was very happy.
You're going to, and you'd be able to run it too. Because other than running back and forth in this room here, we don't do any running.
No.
But I have to tell you that Liz gets after it. I mean, obviously, you don't come here and dilly-dally around. I mean, you work when you're here.
Absolutely.
You lift weights hard, and when we're doing our metabolic work, you work real hard. So one thing that I wanted to talk about here a little bit real quick is, so our cardiovascular work, we do with heart rate monitors, and it's all interval training. And despite only doing interval training, you were still able to improve your aerobic capacity to be able to run continuously.
Absolutely.
And people don't realize that. They think, if I need to be able to run continuously, I need to go out and start pounding the pavement. You don't need to do that.
Right.
It's not necessary. You don't need to beat up your body to do that kind of stuff. So you decided to give us a try. So what made you say when you came through our door, like, this is the place I want to come to?
I think a lot of it was, for me as a physical therapist, things were measured. So I always tell people, if you can't measure it, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
So right from the beginning, right, you're doing the body scan and you know where you are, and then you can come in and work out. And even in the group settings, it may not be personalized, but it is individualized. If you can't do something, you make a different choice. And the instructors are awesome in providing that, those differentiations between people. So, and then you can go back in 2 weeks or whatever and take a look at your body scan again. You go, "Ooh, I actually did make a difference. Look at that." Yeah.
It changed.
And it just motivates you.
So as a physical therapist, I think something that really validates what we do here is, do you feel like, what kind of changes do you feel in your body?
So when I first came, I was stiff and tired.
Yeah.
I would get to the end of the day and I was just done. And sometimes not even the end of the day. And now I just have increased mobility. I'm definitely stronger. And I have a whole lot more energy. I'm going and going and going.
Yeah.
And 9 o'clock comes and I'm like, oh, okay. So I think the energy level, definitely strength. My clothes fit a lot better too.
Wow, it's nice.
Yeah.
Well, and to give you an idea what Liz does, Liz comes to our morning classes. She lifts weights with us on Mondays and Fridays for about an hour. And then somewhere in the middle of the week, she gets in here 2 or 3 times to do some kind of metabolic workout or form of cardiovascular workout. So, and did you make huge changes in your diet?
No. Well, we eat pretty well anyway. So I didn't make huge changes. I did increase protein. And we always eat a lot of fresh vegetables. And I drink a lot of water. So
Perfect.
That's kind of that. But yeah, I did increase a little bit of protein. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So you've been here a little while now. Tell us, what's your favorite exercise?
My favorite and worst at the same time is I love anything core.
Okay.
because those
Uh-huh.
lower abs
Uh-huh.
were really a point
Yeah,
of
yeah.
weakness for me.
Mhm.
So anything that kind of works my core, and I will have to say, like the majority of the exercise, because they're so total body,
Mhm.
even if we're working arms,
Mhm.
I'm stabilizing now with my core, and I can actually feel my core engage where before I couldn't even tell.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What exercise do you hate?
Oh, I hate those damn pushes. We did those this morning.
We did them this morning.
Uh,
Next week, we just have to substitute that out.
Yeah.
There's no reason to do an exercise you don't like that much. I always say it all the time. I mean, there's plenty of ways to get your heart rate up. I personally would never do those.
Yeah.
They're never going to get my heart rate up.
Right.
All they're going to do is just rub on my arm and cut through my arm. So
Right.
yeah, we'll throw them out next week. See that? Liz is doing our programming now. What would you say sets Yes Fitness apart from other facilities? So you've exercised at other places, or you've seen exercise at other places. What kind of what's different about us?
So I think the point that you're small, you measure, or a lot of other places, you walk in and you just got the gym. The staff is just awesome.
Thank you. We have some good coaches
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
The staff they know you, and they make modifications as needed. They push when everything's needed. And then just, I think the people here, the people that come here, about 2 weeks ago, I messed up the rotation and you weren't here. And so I had to do the sled push at the end. I said, oh yeah. And so I said, just leave the sled out and I'll do it on my own.
Yeah.
And we came to the end of the session, and every single person went to their next rotation. And I said, what are you guys doing? We're done. They said, oh no, you're not done. We're not done.
Right.
And I just felt it was just so awesome to feel that camaraderie, that people cared enough. They would sacrifice another rotation for me.
Yeah.
And I messed it up. So
I think we have a lot of great people come here. I truly believe that's why we still have our doors open after COVID, because of the community and the people that have been here. And honestly, we've had people that have been here now 23 years, 20 years, and 20 days. And I think everyone just feels that community. Whenever they come in our door, you're welcomed, and people are ready to help you. So we have probably the biggest compliment I think that you can get as a business owner. Liz has referred her husband down to us. So this is not only just a referral, but this is a family member that she's brought down to us. And Tom just started, this is his first week, and we're looking forward to helping Tom, just like we've been able to help you. And I promise I want to get him so fit that he's fitter than you to get on that hike.
That's good.
No, I want to thank you for that, because that's a huge compliment when we get a referral like that. So if you know somebody's on a fence about joining Yes Fitness, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to give it a try. Spend 30 days. See, because I felt a huge difference within 30 days. See how you feel. Just to jump in and give it a shot, because it's different than any other gym. I've been a member of different gyms. It's different than any other gym. The workouts are tailored for this age group, this population, and it's just awesome.
Oh, no, we're not doing balance. Do you do mind stuff?
I do.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do some little mind stuff. We'll see how it works next week. I'm not got the cat out of the bag yet, but we'll see how it works. Instead of just like straight reactive power, we're gonna do some kind of mind stuff. We'll see how it works. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So, I think it's really important that you'll see a lot of places give away one free session, or they'll give away, a free week. In 30 days, if you come just hang out with us for 30 days, I think that I can start to make a change in your life. Whether you're going to sleep better, you sort of move better, you have more energy, you feel better, you feel a little stronger, you might feel more cardiovascular. That's why we always do 30 days. Because in 30 days, I want you to be comfortable to say that this is where I want to be. This is where I want to work out. It doesn't always work. Listen, some people that decide not to stay on board, and this happens. But I think that's why 30 days is so important.
Right.
So let's talk a little bit about what Liz does, because this is super interesting. I just thought about it when I was reading this, that my mom is 90 and she's in assisted living right now, and it's not going to continue to work out, I don't think. So Liz is the person I'm going to talk to. So tell us about the process. Tell us what you do here.
So I help families
Mhm.
and seniors
Mhm.
look for senior living communities,
Mhm.
whether it's assisted living or memory care or independent living. So many seniors have been isolated during COVID, and they need that socialization. It's so vitally important for cognition and physical activity. But every community is different. And because I've been a physical therapist in the communities, I always tell them I know their goods, their bads, and their uglies. So I'm able to give people kind of the insider's perspective of what each community is like. So I help find out how the senior wants to age, what they like to do, and then I pair them up with a couple communities that I think would be a good fit. And then I help them tour. I'll set up tours with them. I'll go on tours with them, and I kind of follow them for a full year to make sure that everything
Really nice.
is going smoothly. If there's any issues, any problems, I'm there for them. So
So you have a real insight of each one of the facilities, because I know if I'm going to go there blindly, I'm not even. First of all, I don't even know where to start. But then if I do start, I'm going to walk in. I'm not going to know the questions to ask. I'm not going to know the things to look for. I'm not going to know, like you talk about, how they want to age. You know what the culture is of that place, and that makes a huge difference.
It absolutely does.
A huge difference. So that is really cool, and it's no cost.
It's no cost.
It's no cost. I mean, your phone should be ringing off the hook. Honestly,
Yeah.
More people find out about it.
Right.
I think you touched on a point that I don't think people realize as much as they should, that the number one factor in aging, okay, is relationships. And it's not even family relationships.
No.
It's close. It's other relationships outside the family. The people you just say hello to, the mailman, your friends, or whatever it is. That's the number one thing.
It is.
If you don't have those relationships, you are going to, pardon my language, you're going to rot because you get depressed. You don't eat well. You don't sleep well. You don't move anymore. Relationships are so important. So to get that person in the right facility probably is one of the keys to your business.
It absolutely is. The National Institute on Health last year did a study, and they said that the social isolation of seniors had the same detrimental health effects as smoking 15 packs of cigarettes a week.
Wow, I didn't realize that. I didn't read that.
That's how bad. Yeah. So socialization is just so vitally important.
You know, when they talk about the blue zones in the areas in the world that people live a little bit longer, they celebrate people that are older and they bring them into their homes, like Sardinia, Italy. They bring the old person into their home, their grandparents, whatever it might be, and they live with them.
Right.
It's not a burden.
No.
They're not trying to ship them off someplace. That might not be the case in our type of lifestyle, but at least they need to get somewhere where they're going to be with other people.
Right.
Other people, their age, their demographic, the way they look at life, how they want, like you said, how they want to age. It's incredibly important.
Yeah, it is. And to be in a place that has good quality care, and the things that they want. Sometimes the glitz and glamour is important, and sometimes it's not. But if you're somebody who loves glitz and glamour, you don't want to get into that 40-year-old community that doesn't have that, because you're not going to be happy.
I'm going to try something here on the software while we continue to talk. I'm going to try something like this, because again, I don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to try here. I can change this somehow. Hide this for a second. So talk to me about the process a little bit while I do a little typing. Huh?
Okay. All righty. So someone can give me a call, and we can meet by phone. We can meet in person. And I can meet with family, or I can meet with the senior themselves. And we just talk about how they want to age, what the things they love to do, whether it's gardening or reading or walking. And then I will line up communities for them. I know pricing, I know their availability, so I can give you a ballpark of the price depending on what kind of apartment you are looking for and what community you want to go to. And then we can set up tours. And we can go see the communities together, or you can go with just your family. I can help set up so that you can eat a meal there, so you can see if you like the food.
Really?
Oh yeah, food's important.
Yeah, I was going to say food's really important. So
yeah, so I can arrange to have a meal, have you have lunch there or dinner, and then kind of follow you through the process.
Give me your phone number.
860
Uh-huh.
841
841
9504.
9504. Again, this is our first day with this software.
Season. You did D's and
Decent. Thank
There
you.
you go.
It's not gonna work either. So we
Nice.
could have had this set up ahead of time, but whatever. We don't want it to scroll. Let's show it. If you need to get a hold of Liz, there's her number. New season in life. So typically, how long does it take to place someone once the process starts?
It really depends on how quickly the person wants to move.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gotten referrals from someone who's in a nursing home,
Mm-hmm.
came from the hospital, went to rehab, and they just got issued their 48-day or 48-hour
Mhm.
notice that they have to be out, and we've gotten them out within 48 to 72 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must have been a little.
That's a lot of
hectic,
work.
huh? A lot of work.
I always say it's a whole lot better not to do it in crisis mode,
Uh-huh.
but we can do that.
Mhm.
Other people just aren't quite ready, so they've called me in preparation. We've
Mhm.
kind of narrowed down. They may have toured, but they're
Mhm.
just not quite ready yet. So I've been working with people for a couple of years, and they're just not ready to make the
Wow.
move yet. But they now at least know their options.
How long have you been doing this now?
It'll be 3 years.
3 years. 3 years. It's a tremendous service.
Thank you.
I think it's a great service because the population is getting
Right.
older and older, and we're living longer.
Hmm.
Some people have longer health span than other, but
Absolutely.
they're living longer, so they got to be somewhere.
Right.
And my parents saved for retirement, but they didn't save for her to live till 90.
Right.
And she's going to go longer than that. So it's something to think about. If anyone who's younger, they should be thinking about, hey, you got to start saving to be able to live a longer life.
Right. Right.
Because you're
Absolutely.
going to live longer, you're going to work longer, but you're still going to live longer past that point in time. So,
Right.
no, that's tremendous. So, is there anything else you want to share about your business that I may have missed? I think it's terrific.
No, I think that's,
Mhm.
That's it.
Okay.
I started my business to help people. So if you have any questions,
Mhm.
even if you're just not sure, feel free to give me a ring, and I can kind of help direct you.
Sure.
Yeah.
And if some reason you don't have the number or whatever, get a hold of me. I can get you Liz's number. Absolutely. At any point in time. And even any part of this broadcast, whether it has to do with Y.E.S Fitness or with Liz, you have a question, leave it in the comments. We'll get back to you at any time and stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
good. Well, thanks for coming on board today, Liz.
Thanks for having me,
I
Chris. I
think
appreciate it.
you're welcome. A lot of great information. Hopefully we may have inspired some people to get into the right living facility, and hopefully we may have inspired some people to get moving and start exercising again. So whether it's with us or somewhere else, although we can reach you wherever in the world now because of technology, you need to get moving.
Absolutely.
And one other point I'd like to make here for a second. Liz did not necessarily come through our door to lose weight.
No.
It happened, okay? And it can happen because she worked hard and she cleaned up her diet a little bit and stuff like that. But exercise is not just about losing weight. It's just a mindset that people have. Well, I'm going to exercise just to lose weight. That is like that part of the world.
Right.
There's so much more to exercise. It's for you to be able to enjoy life and be able to enjoy life with your family and going on that hike. I can't wait to see some of the pictures. Who did we just have? Do you know Steve and Cherie?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they just go to I forget where they went. And the same thing happened. They hiked to the top and everybody was left behind, huffing and puffing and this and that. And they were at the top of the mountain.
Right.
Gosh darn, I wish I could remember where the heck they went.
I don't know.
And Patagonia, maybe? No,
Oh, nice.
maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, the same thing happened. They
Right.
just hiked and they were at the top of the mountain enjoying themselves while everybody else is dragging their butts going up there. So
Right. Right.
all right. Well, that's what we got for you today. I appreciate you taking the time to watch and listen to what we have to say. Always, if you have any questions, get a hold of us. If not, you'll see us next Tuesday. Maybe not Liz, but you'll see me. And I'll be a little better at my technology. We're going to give you some more insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. Thanks for watching and have yourselves a great evening.